Okay, I put up on the Facebook thing before we started doing this interview if anybody had any questions, and it's always nice to hear what people have got to say, and
Hear from the
which brings me on to a question that Lawrence sent in.
Yeah.
What colour underpants are you wearing?
What day is it?
Monday.
None, because they're in the wash. I've only got one pair.
Lawrence, we've answered your question. There's a second one from Lawrence here, which is, can we have longer guitar solos?
Well, yes.
Yes.
Definitely. We
Yes.
need more shredding.
Yeah, we agree with that, Lawrence. More guitar solos. Do we have any plans to do a studio album? Thank you, Mark Jones, for that question. Do we have plans to do a studio album? Never say never, I think, was the precisely the answer on that. Well, there's another question here from you, from overseas. This is Cal Gorlitz. Any chance of doing Firebird?
Funny enough, several people have asked me that.
They have,
and,
haven't they? A lot of people want that.
I think it's, well, it's always possible, but it's one of those pompy sort of daft things with loads of intricate bits in. It's, yes,
Tron.
all right, maybe we'll have a go at it, provided Micky doesn't think it's too pomp rocky.
And indeed,
It's a bit medieval, that old stuff,
Yes,
to be honest. But,
yes, it's a bit madrigal. It needs 4 or 5 harpsichord players.
I'm just a piano player, I can't do that.
No,
well, you know,
no.
as you
Damn
said
right.
earlier, you never say never.
Or The
Goodness.
Teacher, which was,
Firebird.
I'm the one who played on The Teacher.
I used to be one of those.
We're looking at the songs all the time. Obviously, the original songs that we came up with, we did put a poll out on Facebook asking for the most popular songs, and we are actually doing those at the moment. Certainly some of the milestone songs that Magnum came up with. We are looking at it all the time, but in all fairness, we've only done 4 shows. So moving on.
That was one of Tony's really old songs.
Moving on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember playing on that.
George Nelson from Sweden. Hey George, any plans to do a European tour? Well, I'm going to answer that question along with the other questions of why aren't we playing in Bristol, or why aren't we playing anywhere southwest, and indeed Scotland and everything. Believe you me, Micky came up with a good answer.
Well, it's book us and we will come.
There you go. So, it does say, are the agents perhaps have a phobia of cider, pasties or clotted cream? That's brilliant.
Love 'em all.
That's from Richard Firewall. Thank you, Richard. Bristol and Western Super Mayor Sue Jenkins, etc. Mike Drinkwater, I hope you're doing all well. You're doing all right, Mike. We know you've been pretty poorly. I hope everything's going okay. But Mike's well enough to ask this question. Do we all travel together to the gigs, or just meet up at the venue?
Interesting question. Well, we're all good friends, but we're not that much. You know. We tend to travel separately. It varies from gig to gig, doesn't it? I mean,
Yeah, we always go separate.
but you know, we're not going to hire a tour bus for one show in Skegness.
No.
Well,
No,
so we
no,
tend to
true.
use our own cars, apart
Yeah.
from Neil, who uses his own helicopter.
Yeah.
Because he's very posh.
So we will travel to some shows, as Micky said, together, where we've got a string of shows on the trot, because it's absurd taking 7 vehicles, you know. It does mean I'm going to have to travel with the wife.
Oh, Christ.
Here's a question from, I'm not sure about the surname of this guy, but it's Greg Conboy. And why did Micky turn down the Magnum job when they got back together?
Oh, I really didn't want to go back out on tour, to be honest. They all turned up. I was doing a gig with Trevor Burton, and the whole band, except yourself, sir, turned up at the Railway, which was an iconic venue, a pub venue in Birmingham. In fact, Magnum used to play there many years ago, back in the 70s. In fact, we all did. So I was playing there one Monday night with Trevor Burton, and the whole band turned up to ask me if I'd go back out on the road with them. And to be fair, you know, Tony got pissed as usual, and Al Barrow didn't speak to me at all. at the end of the evening, it was like, well, it was October at the time, and this was take till Christmas, have a think about it. And I did, and Christmas came and went, and I was still thinking about it. And I thought, well, if I've got to think about it this much, it can't really be what I should be doing. And I mean, I was doing other stuff at the time. I was playing with Steve Gibbons, playing with the Bushbreeds, just doing other stuff. I was into a different kind of thing. Up in Shetland, playing folk music, all that fiddle stuff. It was just anyway. The upshot of it was, the moment came and went, and I really couldn't face going back out on the road. That's probably.
Second part of that question is really a message. It said, if any of us get in touch or speak to Wally, please let him know how much the fans miss him. Yeah, me too.
A pal of mine saw Wally earlier on this year.
Really?
Yeah. Riding his push bike in Mallorca, that's one of those places. And
Spain.
One of those islands of Spain. And Wally's still riding his push bike around Menorca, I think.
That's
it
good
is.
to hear.
Yeah.
That's great to hear.
And Wally's message is, well, it really, my pal tried to engage him in a conversation about Magnum and his time with Magnum, and he really was not interested in even talking about it. But yeah, we all miss him.
Yeah, of course we do.
Good old Wally.
Yeah. Fantastic. I mean, you only realise how good somebody is when they've gone. And, you know, I really did miss that. But we got Neil Murray now, so sorted. Okay. No, I can't ask that one. That's another one from Lawrence.
There were more guitar solos.
Graham Moore. Yes, we'll get to Stockton-on-Tees, hopefully, thank you.
Book us and we will come.
KOM.
So, here's one from Lynn Baring-Jones. What's it like to get together again in a different guise?
You mean the hat?
Oh, I can answer that with one word. It's happy.
Nah. It's alright.
We're enjoying ourselves. And thank you, Birgit. We will get to Germany. We are working hard on it. Our agent works round the clock. Again to Ashley Walker, Granite City. Homeforth, we'd love to play at Homeforth, but there's one or two barriers, for whatever reason, out there stopping us doing it. So, oh, and Lawrence has asked it again, can he have longer guitar solos, please? Yes! Would we consider asking again all of the wonderful people on the Facebook pages the songs again they'd like to hear most? So in other words, a second poll. Who asked that? But
Yeah, who was it?
yes, from Scott Maker. Yes, we would consider doing that again, but we need to do a string of gigs together, and we've only done 4 so far. We've only done 2 on the bounce, haven't we, so far? Let us get March done and dusted, and then we'll start looking at other material and see what people want to hear.
Well, here's a question from Rob Seed. Question for all. That's between planning, promotion and travelling, rehearsals and actual gigs themselves, what do you enjoy doing to relax, i.e. hobbies? Cheers guys, thank you for the question, Rob.
Well, a jolly good question.
I've got one.
Go on, what do you do?
Extreme hairdressing. What about you, Mark?
Well, I'm partial to a, only if it's a difficult one though, but Dr. Dot.
Dr. Dot?
Yeah, I like
Dr.
that.
Dot, Dr. Dot. I went to see Dr. Dot the other day. I said, I'm not feeling very well, Doctor.
Yeah. Has he got a website?
He said, it only hurts when I laugh. Don't laugh. Richard.
Dr. Dot.
DrDot.com. Yeah.
I'm particularly fond of compost heaps. On Sunday mornings on my way back from church after I've had communion, I like to get undressed and sit in the compost heap and feel the worms tickling my nether regions.
Oh, there we go.
Strange man.
A bit of a
Very
worm
strange
warrior.
man.
Yes,
Composting.
Sex with the worm is great.
But it's green, Richard. I think that's
Is that a sport?
No.
This is not
No,
an Olympic
no,
sport.
no, it's not. Unfortunately, I'm not recognised by the.
Is there a club you can join or anything like that?
Yes, it's
Extreme compost sitting.
Composters
Do you do it all
Anonymous.
weathers? Is it an all weather thing?
Oh no, only in the winter.
Only winter.
Oh my
winter.
God, yes.
Extreme winter composting.
Yes, yes.
But it's probably quite warm underneath the pile,
That's
isn't
the
it?
beauty of it. You can have blue cheeks to your arse, bottom, and then sit in the compost and it goes pink.
There we go.
Marvellous.
Very good.